SpongeBob SquarePants celebrates its 25th anniversary, it's fascinating to look back at the design history and creative process behind this iconic character. From a humble marine biologist's idea to a global cultural phenomenon, SpongeBob's journey is a testament to creativity, innovation, and the power of a simple concept. Let's do a deep dive, pun intended, into the creative world of SpongeBob SquarePants. But first, did you know that SpongeBob's full name is Sponge Robert SquarePants? Hillenburg initially named him SpongeBoy, but the name was already trademarked for a mop product. This serendipitous change led to the now famous SpongeBob SquarePants, which better captures the character's quirky essence. Okay, let's, as that other fellow says, get into it. The birth of a sponge. SpongeBob SquarePants was conceived by Stephen Hillenburg, a marine biologist turned animator. Hillenburg's love for the ocean began while studying marine biology at Humboldt State University, where he also nurtured a passion for art. This unique combination led to the creation of The Intertidal Zone, a comic book designed to teach children about marine life. Hillenburg's fascination with sea creatures and his artistic skills laid the foundation for SpongeBob. In an interview, Hillenburg recalled, "I wanted to make a character that was a sponge because it's an odd sea creature, but also because I could play around with the shape and form." Originally, SpongeBob was drawn as a natural sea sponge, but this design lacked the visual appeal Hillenburg sought. It wasn't until he experimented with a rectangular kitchen sponge shape that SpongeBob's iconic look emerged. The early days, 1999. The late 1990s were a vibrant time in animation, with shows like the Powerpuff Girls and Pokémon captivating audiences. It was in this dynamic environment that SpongeBob SquarePants first aired on Nickelodeon on May 1st, 1999. The world was introduced to a cheerful yellow sponge living in a pineapple under the sea. The design process was a collaborative effort. Animator Derek Dryman, who became the show's creative director, played a crucial role in shaping SpongeBob's world. Dryman stated, "We had a lot of fun experimenting with the look and feel of Bikini Bottom. The idea was to create a place that was visually interesting, but also felt lived in and real, despite being underwater. Creating the world of Bikini Bottom." The vibrant, colourful world of Bikini Bottom was brought to life by a team of talented designers and artists. Background painter Nick Jennings was instrumental in establishing the show's distinctive visual style. "We wanted Bikini Bottom to be a place full of life and detail, almost like a painting," Jennings explained. "The underwater setting allowed us to play with colours and textures in ways that you wouldn't see in a typical cartoon." Character designer Tim Hill also contributed significantly to the series. His challenge was to create characters that were not only visually appealing, but also expressive and relatable. SpongeBob's design is deceptively simple, Hill noted. It's his square shape, big eyes, and little tie that make him instantly recognizable and endearing to viewers of all ages. The voices behind the characters. A character's design is only part of what makes them memorable. The voice acting in SpongeBob SquarePants has been crucial to its success. Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, brought an infectious energy to the character. "When I first saw the drawings, I immediately knew I wanted to be a part of this," Kenny said. "There's something so pure and joyful about SpongeBob that I tried to bring out in my performance." 25 years later. 25 years have passed since SpongeBob SquarePants made his debut, and the show remains as popular as ever. It's worth noting what else was happening in 1999. The euro was introduced as currency, the world prepared for the Y2K bug, and movies like The Matrix and The Sixth Sense were making waves in cinemas. In this context, SpongeBob's success is even more remarkable. SpongeBob has become a cultural icon, influencing fashion, music, and even memes. The show's ability to appeal to both children and adults has been key to its longevity. Paul Tibbett, a longtime writer and producer for the show, stated, "We always tried to include humour that worked on multiple levels. Kids enjoy the slapstick, but there are jokes and references that only adults will catch." The design history of SpongeBob SquarePants is a story of creativity, collaboration, and a bit of luck. From Stephen Hillenburg's marine biology roots to the talented team that brought Bikini Bottom to life, every element has contributed to making SpongeBob a beloved character for 25 years. As we celebrate this milestone, we look forward to many more adventures with our favourite sponge, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Bikini Bottom, be sure to subscribe. At Creative Briefs, we explore the history of and creative process behind pop culture every week. Next week's episode looks at what happens when good design philosophy is embraced by bad people. Until then, drop on the deck and flop like a fish. We'll be here when you get back.